Freedom is coming tomorrow. Get ready, mama, prepare for your freedom. Freedom is coming tomorrow. Get ready, mama, prepare for your freedom. Freedom is coming tomorrow. Yeah, oh, we can jump on mama. Yeah, oh, we can jump on mama. Yeah, oh, we can jump on mama. Freedom is coming Freedom is coming tomorrow. Get ready, mama, prepare for your freedom. Freedom is coming tomorrow. Get ready, mama, prepare for your freedom. Freedom is coming tomorrow. Yeah, oh, we can jump on mama. Yeah, oh, we can jump on mama. Yeah, oh, we can jump on mama.
Yeah, boy, yes, it's a Sunday. Hey, everybody, what's up? It's a Sunday evening. I just want to say welcome to Rumbi Uncensored. Freedom is definitely coming tomorrow. Yo, are you prepared? Because I am. We are counting down. Okay, we are counting down hours for Emerson Mnangagwa to vacate the office of the presidency. And he needs to go home. There's no way we can remain in all these shenanigans that we are facing today in Zimbabwe. It's not necessary. I'm excited because freedom, guys, is coming tomorrow. I know when you have been stuck for a long time, whenever people tell you that, no, it's over, you're like, no, they don't really mean it. No, we mean it. It's over. It's over for Emerson. I mean, it's over. You can see the desperation, statement after statement. Now I've seen some of these, presses that you see. I saw one in Mashingo. I think that one was in Manicaland. The desperation is so intense. And one thing that I love about Zimbabweans, whether you're in the military, the police, nurses, teachers, everyone is done with this regime. People do not want to be under the leadership of Emerson Mnangagwa any longer. And that's what excites me. It's over for Emerson Mnangagwa. All right, guys, I know some of you just passed through this for the first time. Okay, just subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you ring the bell. And also the notification button is very important. That's the bell that I'm referring to. And don't forget, guys, to make sure that at least you like and thumbs up the video. To my regulars, we have more than 500 people just pressing the button. I know your desperation, but like I said, freedom is coming tomorrow. Guys, prepare either way. Do not back down. Focus, Zimbabweans. Please focus. Okay. Things aren't looking good for Emerson Mnangagwa. You also know that he created these power structures, which again caused a lot of a problem in ZANU-PF, to a point where the military say we distance ourselves from all these shenanigans. The police that were given the $50 yesterday, I can't stand the nonsense. The level of disrespect of Emerson Mnangagwa is beyond me. It's beyond me. And his time in the office, we're like counting down the hours. Just let me know how many hours are left for us to say goodbye, Mr. Emerson Mnangagwa. It's exciting. Thumbs up the video, yo. I mean, guys, 500 people, just all of y'all, thumbs up the video. Just thumbs up, then we're good to go. All right, guys, again, that is definitely unbothered. He is unbothered of what happened to him yesterday. They went in and they banned one of his worms, because this guy's got lots of worms. So this is one of his worms. So, can only imagine. He's unbothered. He's focusing on the goal. This is why I'm asking you and said, why are you bothered? Why even bothered about the shenanigans of ZANU-PF? Focus on the goal is to make sure we are done with this ruthless regime. A lot is going to happen by tomorrow. You will see a lot is going to be happening. So guys, buckle up. We are on our way to freedom. Hours, like I'm counting down hours. Yes, we're very close to actually be celebrating in Zimbabwe now and say, finally, and not only are we going to be celebrating, I thought it's very, very important. We need to start talking about where to from here. So, because, Trevor Ngube has been pushing on this book, okay, Why Nations Fail. I'm adamant. So I got myself a copy. Why nations fail. I need to know, why did we fail? What is it that we need to do? So I'm very intentional, guys. It's time for us to equip ourselves with the tools to move forward. It's one thing to say Emerson Mnangagwa is gone. It's another to have a plan in place to resuscitate society, to build a Zimbabwe that works. So I've got a best friend for the week, Why Nations Fail. So I'm excited. Shout out to Trevor Ngube. Thank you so much for recommending the book. I'm super excited. Can't wait to actually dig in and hear what is it that other people are doing to distance themselves from failure. Failure. It's as simple as failure. Okay, so now, Brighton Murewa, I'm not the only one who's excited. Many people are. He said, Comrade Bombshell, Blessed Geza, you have already won. Your name is engraved in the history of a new Zimbabwe forever. True son of the soil. And we all agree. When you talk of Blessed Geza, he has again hailed as the most respected man as we speak. That's why he needs to understand that Zimbabweans are not only hailing him, they're also going to be following and see what is he going to do post Mnangagwa era. No, I think maybe the next 2 days or so, we need to see conversations in the country. We have to resuscitate our society. So chill, guys, don't be intimidated. Everything is under control. Chill and relax. We are going to cross over. There's no way we can remain under such a ruthless, disorganized, clueless leadership. All they know is looting, stealing, and stealing, and stealing. Delivery, absolutely nothing. No. But the church also is on top of the game. I heard Tommy Dushore today said, no, this country has to work. We are not the only ones. Everyone wants Zimbabwe to work. So I'm going to listen to Tom Dushore for is that here? Is it here the word? It should be here the word. Take a listen, please.
This morning, as I speak
Celebration
to
Center.
all of you as our pastors, address the issue around the condition of our nation at this time. And the Bible is very clear about what we as believers are supposed to do in a nation. And I want to say this very plainly. It's never anarchy. Never. God is not the God of anarchy. Only the enemy is the one who comes to kill, to steal, and destroy. God came that we might have life and have life abundantly. Now, we all know how much our nation has been through during its history. And once again, we find ourselves in a very disturbing place. We wake up to it every day, knowing some new revelation or bombshell awaits us. Headlines of real news stories that have ranged from pandemics, all kinds of pandemics, natural disasters, to sexual misconducts by our leaders, to looting of the nation's resources, to rampant corruption, even drug cartels now poisoning our children, racial and tribal tensions, and now the idea of another coup. I could go on, but I think all you have to do is lift up a newspaper and you'll know what I'm talking about. It has been a perfect storm of chaos. I'm calling today for our church and the church in Zimbabwe, in our nation, and around the world to pray for our nation. God is bringing things to a head where we will see some real spiritual shifts start to happen. And into that reality, I urge you to stay strong in prayer and in the Word of God. We have so many today that are not speaking the Word of God, but they're speaking out of their own hearts and their own minds. And how can God be so confused as to have conflicting prophecies by prophets? We as Christians, we as believers must hold fast to the Word of God and not to every wind of doctrine that is being spoken about on every street corner.
Yeah, it's a very sad situation, but like I said, Christians, prayers up. Just pray for each other. Believe that God is in control. I believe in God. My heart is in the right place. I'm so at peace. Whenever I am at peace, I know that God is in control. No pressure. Relaxing, I'm at peace. And trust me, like I said to you, everything is under control. One of the things that our fathers will never do is to allow blood in their hands. They do not want blood on their hands. They're very clear on where they stand. No. We have to drive Emerson Mnangagwa out of that seat peacefully, and he has to go. There is no way we can carry on with all these shenanigans. Other countries come and go. South Africa, they actually hold hands with their former oppressor, the apartheid regime. You saw Botswana came through. Tanzania, Namibia, the election was horrible, but people have moved on. It's only Zimbabwe. It's chaos after chaos, drama after drama, shenanigans after shenanigans. It's time for us to put a stop to Emerson Mnangagwa and say, you came here. As an individual, you don't own Zimbabwe. Remember, a president is simply a person who's just holding that place for a period of time, and then he walks away. Why would all our lives be at misery because Emerson Mnangagwa wants to just be called a president, but he can't deliver? What is that for? He needs to go, and he is going. Tomorrow is a new day, y'all. Get excited. Prepare the way. Celebrations are coming. This independence is going to be very unique. I think for the first time, I'm also going to actually attend the Independence Day. For the first time, y'all. For the first time. So it's exciting. But I must say, there are people who are disgruntled at the moment. They are shivering. They are juttering. These are the Mnangagwa runners. Some of them want to act like they're big boys, but there's nothing not big about them. They're simply running on his behalf. The likes of Wiki Shivayo. He's nowhere to be found. That guy has slided. He's gone. No one knows where he is. The last time I checked, he was giving cars. Like 700,000 car cash, he gave 6 out to his bodyguards in South Africa. The guy's desperate for protection. You can only imagine if you spend 4.2 million buying cars for your bodyguards. But remember, the bodyguards aren't enough because Interpol will get you, will drag you back to Zimbabwe. Will drag you back to Zimbabwe so that you'll be held accountable. So those people are the ones that are made in us right now. The runners are in trouble, desperate to save the emperor. Because remember, they are where they are because of Emerson Mnangagwa. But it said, Brighton Matebuka said, ZANU-PF is a rotten institution. It's a show pass itself by debt, which is only propped up by state institutions, milking its liberation struggle legacy. It absolutely has no future. Once the currency denounces exit the stage, it's over. Guys, I am the only person who saw Valerio Smanda he's looking very sad, because he knows that it's over for his brother. It's over. There's no way. All the dramas. I've been saying, some people say, no, really, the Sanyatwe is actually loyal to Emerson Mnangagwa. I said, what do you guys expect? He's going to play along. We play the game. Mnangagwa does the same thing. He plays the game. Why am I surprised? I'm not surprised. If you are, I'm not. Because you know what? Emerson Mnangagwa's regime has been sustained by drama, sustained by lies, deception. So I'm not surprised when he gets deceived in the end. Because these are the seeds that you sow. And remember, whatever you sow is exactly what you reap. So yeah, I feel sorry for Valerio, because Valerio seems to be like a cool guy. He's very cool. But now you can see, no, man, this end is a shameful end for his brother. But what can you do? I mean, there's nothing I can do if my family decide to do whatever they want to do. It's their journey. I can only give you advice. If you don't want to listen, you have to just deal with the problems. Okay, Lynn said the ushering in of a General Philip Valerio Simanda into the presidium is a plot to weaken General Chiwenga, turning two powerful military generals against each other. In the bid of tightening the grip of Mafidi dynasty to power, is it too late? It is smart enough to outsmart all powerful politicians, war veterans, and the military in Zimbabwe. Is it that strong and powerful? Definitely not. This is why I say some people were like, guys, this issue of burning cars was not even a good strategy. I'm like, guys, I've been around human beings long enough. I mean, I'm 42 years old. Human beings by nature, some of them cannot understand proper communication. If it's violence that you understand, that's the only way we can communicate for you to actually know that we mean business. Do you understand? Because every time Emerson just tell you, no, that's nonsense. He can speak all that he wants. No, this time he knows, no, he's facing a big time. That's why most of his bodies are coming out here. And so Utamunashe turning and say, I never said that Mnangagwa is like Jesus. He's changing his words because you can see that, no, the ship is sunk. Give me my flowers while I'm still alive, because I came here last time, I told you, the Emerson Mnangagwa's 2030 ship is sinking, but it's not only going to sink, it's also going to sink with its own passengers. Here we are. Give me my flowers while I'm still alive. But people are saying Mnangagwa may have his cards, like he wanted Valerius Manda to be his brother, to actually be the one who can replace Mohadi, so that at least he can ascend him to the throne. It makes a lot of sense. I remember Rejoice said the very same thing, that Mnangagwa was desperate to find someone that he can trust to protect the Mafiri dynasty. But unfortunately, he was outsmarted, because I think every Zimbabwean, like I always say, 99.9% wants Mnangagwa out of that office. It's only his family and his bodies who are just hanging on a thread. And some of the bodies says, guys, I don't know how I can dump this man. I'm sure he's going to be that friend, not that friend that can let you down at the last minute. He's going to see some of them tomorrow. It's going to be unbelievable. Just wait, guys. Look, check your time. Just look at your times, please, because the time is running out. And I can guarantee you, Emmerson Mnangagwa is going to be history soon. We'll be saying he was, okay? He was. In maybe the next hours, we're going to be saying Emmerson Mnangagwa was. That's how God operates. He switches it off just like that. Evil will never last forever. That's why the Christians lift up your voices and pray. This is the time where you're thanking God. This time we're not praying for God to do anything. We are thanking God for what he has done. We are in the mood of praises. I must tell you tonight, the devil knows this. I'm confronting him. It's time to celebrate. Tell him, no, you listen here. We play from victory, because we know victory is always ours. James Fanison Muswere, you heard him yesterday. Oh my God. They can't sleep. I say statement after statement, trying to save this wicked regime, but no, it doesn't work. God is saying it is over. It is over. It's time for a new start. It's time for a new Zimbabwe. It's time for a new culture, a culture of love, unity, building, success, peace, love once again. You know what I'm saying? We were tired of greedy people, selfish people. Needs to go. We want builders of society, builders of human beings, those that understand what legacy looks like, who remembers that we have children who are waiting to fulfill purpose, not men who are there to destroy. No, drug pushers. No, your time is over. We are coming for you. You just need to see yourself on the list sheet of Gananda, because the list is too long. But trust me, you will be held accountable very soon for our children that you dragged. You're not going to escape. You will pay for your sins very soon. Jefferson Square, Nick Mangwana, this is the lean here. Faremara Kazembe, etc. challenged the government of RG Mugabe in 2017 with the help of war veterans led by Manize. We are referring to Chrissy Muchangwa. You also know that he is on the list of the Gananda. They pushed our country to a coup d'etat. It is strange that they are now advocates of peace and order. So it is peace and order when it is best suited for you. Again, selfish reasons. You know, it's all about me. No, this era that we are approaching is not going to be about me. It's going to be about we. It's going to be a Zimbabwean agenda, not a political agenda. I said a Zimbabwean agenda. Any politicians who's wise right now should be focused on Zimbabwe. And we can talk about whatever you want later on. But right now, our focus is on building a better Zimbabwe, a Zimbabwe that can make everyone else feel at home. You know, a normal country, a country that appreciates purpose, a country that respects even the young people, the elders, a country that understands what veterans have done for our nation and what they deserve, the kind of dignity and respect. We don't need such kind of nonsense individuals. They must all be pushed out. Let the right candidates who are capable of delivering a better Zimbabwe be in positions, notwithstanding whether you are in politics or not. Are you capable of making Zimbabwe great again? These are the people that we are going to be appreciating in this new Zimbabwe. Politics or whatever. No. We don't want that. We're not interested. We want Zimbabwean builders. Okay, not politicians or political affiliation individuals who may just be screaming around but have no qualities to lead. Those will never survive. So if you are smart, find your purpose, because you'll be disappointed. Find your purpose, your God-given purpose. Okay, so like I said, Kazembe is brewing. He's mad. He's screaming. He's shouting. He's trying so hard to send threats. Guys, how many people can ever send threats? I can't stand people who can threaten me. Listen, I rise above threats. I can't even stand because, I know my purpose. So threats don't even count at all. So I'm here to talk as Iwe, sit down, please. Sit down. You're way too late. This thing here, we may be under budget but ahead of schedule. So sit down, please. Sit down. Stop even threatening us because it's not going to work. Kazembe, your time to vacate the office is now. I don't know if I can get to Guamatanga because Guamatanga is being cooked on social media now for actually buying girlfriends, cars. Take a listen, please.
Zimbabwe, the government of Zimbabwe unreservedly denounces acts of terrorism and violence which unruly elements supported by a fringe group living outside the country intend to perpetrate on individuals and properties, thereby threatening the safety of the general public. And will not hesitate to take decisive action. Following stage-managed acts of arson committed yesterday in Harare and Goromonzi, the government reassures the nation that police are hard on the spot and are working with various agencies of the state, including Central Vehicle Registry, CVR, to get to the bottom of the matter. Furthermore, the government unreservedly condemns acts of arson insanity today. The law enforcement agency is investigating the matter. I want to continue to urge and encourage all Zimbabweans to resist any acts of arson and incitement to acts of wanton lawlessness. Meanwhile, I want to reassure all Zimbabweans that peace prevails in the country today, tomorrow, and thereafter. They should go about their business assured of peace and tranquility in the country. As already stated, the security forces are on the lookout for any elements intent on disrupting our peace. Zimbabweans should not be hoodwinked or misled by old recycled videos meant to give context to narratives being fostered by those bent on causing public disorder. For instance, the Bulawayo vendor video, which occurred long back as the vendors were bidding farewell to their departed colleague. Above all, Zimbabweans are warned not to be used by criminals who are eyeing for an opportunity to loot from their businesses under the guise of planned demonstrations. May I repeat what I said last Thursday, that the government has a constitutional mandate to safeguard the security and territorial integrity of this country, and security services will not apologize or renege in fulfilling this constitutional mandate. I thank you.
Interesting, Kazembe. You forgot that whenever Mahir said that, no, we can tear off this constitution, we have never heard you condemning Mahir. Never. But now you're coming out here and start telling Zimbabweans that, oh, we have to operate under the guidelines of the Constitution of Zimbabwe. That you don't even respect. You want to tear that Constitution in pieces, but expecting us to respect you. You know, there's something not right about these guys. They think we are so dumb. You are speaking to the most educated, smartest people who are changing the world. And you think you can 1 minute say this and the following day you say something different. No one trusting this government any longer. This is why we want you out of offices. Kazembe, you need to leave the offices. You're part of the list of people who have been causing chaos and pain to our people. So please pack your bags very quickly as we are talking to you now. It's no longer an issue of trying to lie and say, no, we want to protect you. Yeah, we don't want people to cause chaos. Really? Who has been causing chaos? We have been abducting, torturing individuals, killing innocent citizens. Was ZANU-PF under your rule, under your leadership, Emerson Mnangagwa? So now when you come out here and telling us that you want peace, what peace are you referring to? We aren't stupid. It's time Zimbabwe to take their power back. This time we're confronting you head on. The time of being played dirty games, we are tired. Jacob Lawrence said, people are tired of ZANU-PF. Mapurisa and Masoja, you deserve a better life. Don't be used tomorrow. ZANU-PF has been abusing you for years. And that's why 99% of you are still poor and you don't own anything, even a bicycle. You deserve a better. I agree with him. Because you know what hurts me the most? Yesterday, they bribed. Let me use the word bribed because it was very intentional. Remember? Because the army is done. You heard Geza made it very clear that these guys are starving. They're being given mabonzo. Something like sort of, you know, they're not eating meat, but the money is being paid every month, but the meat is not being delivered. Who is eating the money definitely are these people within the government structures. So the very same military is done with Emerson Mnangagwa, abused and dumped. Abused and dumped. I mean, the games of Mnangagwa, I don't know who's advising him. I wish I could have been the one. I could have told him this thing is going to end badly. I mean, Trevor was right. Trevor did the right thing and washed his hands and walked away from this poison chalice, because it is. How do you give police $50? They were given $50 to be bribed to dance for, to fight for them. Right, guys, listen, before you wear a Zimbabwean police gear, right, or the military gear, you are a Zimbabwean, you are a father, you are a husband, you are a daughter, you are a wife. The question you need to ask yourself is, how are you even living in your home with your husband? Is everything okay? Are you guys financially stable? Because if you're not, then you need to understand that these people here within the government structures are the reason why you're miserable. So this has nothing to do with police gear or army gear. It has everything to do with, are you living in a normal country? Are you being respected? Are you getting a decent salary? Can you even be able to afford to sit down and have a good meal with your children? Can you be able to have big breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Right? Those are questions. Can you go to hospital if you're sick? Before you wear a police or an army gear, if that is not met, then definitely these guys have failed. So don't be played by politicians. Politicians are individuals who leave their homes looking for jobs. These guys are just talking a good game, but their actions are in contrary. I'm reminding you to take back your power and says, no, I'm Zimbabwean first before I come to that job. Because what is this? Why do we keep on sustaining a ruthless regime? Like, these people are clueless. Right now, if you ask them, what is the plan to make Zimbabwe a better country? They have none. They have absolutely none. They keep repeating the same policies that have caused our people pain over and over and over. Still no solution. Why then do you respect such individuals? Because you're a police guy or you're a military guy. No, guys, this time it's Zimbabwe comes first. My sanity comes first. If I get sick, am I going to get medication in the hospital? No, because these politicians are the ones that are looting the money that's supposed to be equipping hospitals. Are you prepared to die of cancer, to die of simple disease that can be treated because these guys are stealing? No, put yourself first. So the $50 that you guys got, what are you going to do with $50 US? $50 less than 1,000 rands. What are you going to do with it? You can't even buy nothing. But that kind of insult is the reason why the police need to stand up tomorrow and say, nope, I'm not going to stand and fight for someone who's sitting in their home, sitting comfortably, stashing money in foreign lands, billionaires who are looting from you and want you to defend and protect them. No, guys, stand for your future, stand for your sanity, and do what is right. Reaction to the nonsense of giving police officers $50 yesterday. Zimbabweans were mad on social media. Crazy. People were angry. I want to read this reaction from Zimbabwean person. He said he thought he would turn Zimbabwe into another Uganda. That is Mnangagwa's goal. You see what Museveni is doing? He wants to place his son in the most rudest son I've never seen. Very, very ignorant. He's rude to the core because I'm a president's son. Again, are we surprised up in Zimbabwe? They're taking people's stuff because my father is a president. That mentality is backward. It's poverty mentality. It's ignorant mentality. I can tell you, they're not clueless about what leadership is. Because just because your father is a president doesn't make you a better person or even someone who's different from the other child. None whatsoever. It's ignorance that makes you think you're better. Sit down and behave, please. So if that is Mnangagwa's goal, now it's over. It will not happen in Zimbabwe. It will not happen. Zimbabweans are taking back their power and they will choose their own leaders that will make Zimbabwe great again. Chipodendere said $50 is not enough to fight your fellow Zimbabweans. When I was a kid in the 90s, a police officer lived a comfortable middle-class life. They didn't just fight crime, they protected children. They protected communities. If your dream is to be a law officer, then you deserve dignity. They're right. I used to know my brothers. I've got two of them that have retired now. They used to come in driving a Sandana. You knew them when they come in. They were like my real brothers whom I love. Amazing guys. It was then when you know that a police officer had respect. When he's talking, when he's walking, you're like, yeah, he's speaking. But today in 2025, it's sad to watch. These guys, some of them even go to work without shoes. The shoes are torn. The shirts, the belts. Shame on this regime. Shame on them. I actually cursed the day that Emerson Mnangagwa got into the office in 2017. I cursed that day because I wish I knew what we were expecting from this man. This man have brought a shame on Zimbabwe. Today, we have lost dignity across the world. To just say you are a Zimbabwean, people think that there's something not right with you. And we need to take back our power, Zimbabweans. Let's rebuild the walls. Now, these are very interesting allegations, but that is Ali Naka who dropped them. He said there is a paramilitary in Gutu Zaka area. Some were trained at Mutedi farm. Those Emerson friend and gold smuggler through his church. In Midland, in Midland, Lower Gweru, Kwekwe, Muda is also paramilitary. It's a mess. So there are some military guys, but I heard that these are youth. You know the youth guys that they normally train? These guys are going to be standing up and fight against Emerson. But guys, we all know our military guys and know these small little boys who just think that they've got it under control. Some of you are going to be arrested, actually. So play it safe because you'll be watched, right? This is 2025. There's a lot of, technology. People will be watching you and you won't be safe. So play your game smart because there will be consequences. If you just play dirty games tomorrow, trust me, you will regret it. You will. You'll regret it when your friends will be in prison and you'll be also in prison, checking in there to pay for your nonsense. Zimbabwean constitution allows us to actually peacefully protest against nonsense. We all agree, Zimbabweans, that this regime has failed. With that being said, we are allowed to protest against their nonsense and we are allowed to tell them to leave office if they fail. In 2017, we did protest and Mnangagwa got in there. We supported him. Little did we know that he had his own plans to make Zimbabwe his own handbag, to do as he pleases. You can see him. His families are the ones that are owning government institutions. His children are the ones who are in control. We thought we were together. No, the guy had his own mission. So all I can say is that the time of being abused is gone. Take back your power, Zimbabwe. Don't be fooled. Musachke, relax, chill. I said everything is under control. Okay. It is. You will see. You will see what's going to happen tomorrow. That things are under control. Even it says ZANU-PF minions in Gweru singing struggle songs right now. What a bunch of idiots. You never use an ATM, touched a payslip, yet making noise this time of the night singing fools. That's why sometimes I actually don't blame Emerson Mnangagwa for paying this $50 to Zimbabweans. You have realized that we are so cheap to be bought with anything. I mean, someone has been given maybe even $50. No, $50, that's a lot. $20 to just sing around, forgetting that you're selling your entire destiny for a $20. The day we are going to stop taking small little monies and for a future is when we will realize that no, we have got the power. Guys, we are all called for a higher purpose. We can be anything that we want to be in life. Once we understand that we don't need another human being to survive, we need God to survive. We need our purpose and a conducive environment. But what ZANU-PF has done was to work against God's will for Zimbabweans and make sure that Zimbabwe becomes so toxic that you can't live properly. And now you want to sustain that regime by taking $20 or even $100 or let's just say even $50,000. Is it worth your destiny? I've always said if Emerson Mnangagwa today give me $1 billion, I won't take it because I know that it will come at a cost, right? Am I willing to sell the destiny of Zimbabweans for $1 billion? Because we're worth more than that, right? It's understanding that we can all eat, drink, and be happy. That's what the police need to always remember. That when they fight their own people, they're not fighting them, they're fighting their own destiny. It's I'm happy to live suffering, to die and leave this world with my children with no direction. Some of you, you're going to leave your children with no one to be able to feed them or take them to school. Because you were not thinking properly. A politician is not a god. It's just an individual who wake up and die, who also just go to the bathroom like everyone does. So don't hail these people unnecessarily. Do not. Emerson Mnangagwa is not a god. He should be a servant. But if he wants to be a god, then he's in the wrong place. You understand? He can go home and be a god somewhere else, right? These positions are only for servants. Once you occupy a government position and want to act like a god, we'll show you that you're not a god. You are a servant. If you feel that the way we are asking you questions every time, I'm referring to you, who you are in the government, is too much, walk away. We still have the keys. Get out and give other people a chance. Why are you forcing yourself in a place where you think you're being suffocated? Why? Why are you doing it? Leave and you see that ministry move. We're not going to stop because of you. So there is something that is not right in our country. Is that these guys think that they are gods, bullying people around. No, you don't have to. So if you want us to listen to you, then you must address Mahir, who is actually threatening us to mutilate the constitution. He wants to tear off that document, the entire Zimbabwe set together, and actually write it out. And then he wants to destroy it for his selfish reasons. You have never addressed him, but you want to come to us and try to tell us that Geza is wrong when Geza is actually speaking against your evil behaviors. We are not stupid. We are with Geza. Geza is us. Long live Geza. Long live Se. Geza is us and we are Geza. We are standing with Geza until we cross. We are not going to be abused by you guys. You guys are absolutely nonsensical. No plan, just watering. And I'm not talking about Gwamatanga. Gwamatanga is being accused of buying expensive cars, Range Rovers, for his girlfriends. Some of them have actually been caught in Cape Town with cars that are written Miss G1. So the other one may have Miss G2, the other one Miss G3. It means this guy is actually getting a 10%. You heard what Geza said. And these people are not just alleging. They have been a para-intelligence for years. That's why the gold mafia came out. Remember, these guys don't even see that they are being watched. Everything that they do in all these state institutions, there are copies that are being served. This is why if you have dipped your hands in the jar of corruption, you will be held accountable in the right time and forum. Some of you, including now we have slided. No, they're coming for you, sir. So they're coming for you. Be in mind, they will come for you. So people don't even know. When I accused of all the corruption they've been doing, no wonder why the country is going south. These guys are bigger, they are richer than the state itself. Sure, make it make sense that a guy who is just in the finance is richer than the state. The state is broke. But if he buys millions of houses across South Africa, girlfriends are living large, being bought expensive cars, expensive, apartments, right? He's walking with so much pompous and arrogance together with Mutuli Ngube. It's disgusting because no one is calling them to order. But brothers and sisters, your time to pay is now, and you will never escape. It will be exciting to watch what's going to be coming up in Zimbabwe. Exciting to watch. I'm telling you, Shipo, Naima, Zimbabwean soldiers who are employed to fight citizens, are you happy with your lives? Are you paid enough? Are your kids okay? Do you own homes? Do you have enough for transportation? What drives you to fight against your own people? That's a good question. Again, I knew we go back to principles. Because what I'm seeing with the police, for me, or then with the military then, was like if someone comes to me and said, I'm going to give you money to go and hit an innocent person. And then I'm going to say, no, because this person gave me money. That's not an excuse. Where are my convictions? Where would I stand and for what's wrong, knowing very well that it is bad? It's because that's who I am, right? Anyone who actually sees the poverty, the suffering of our people, should stand with the Zimbabwean people, right? Again, the person that is being cooked is Chris Oya Kilome. I know some of you, you're Christians. I am a follower of Jesus Christ. But there's been a move very much satanic sponsored, that there's a lot of fake prophets across, even on social media, that most of you are following and you think they're right. No, they're just being given information and they come here, they say it's a prophecy. It's not a prophecy. I'll be respecting them if they can be like Rumbu, just commenting on things. But lying and use God's name will come with consequences. And time will tell. Will tell. So Chris is very close to Yuban Angel. So Yuban Angel have been feeding him with a lot of information. And then he comes out and said that, no, he's actually prophesying about Zimbabwe. So I'm glad that he's been cooked, heavily cooked by Zimbabweans. That you fake prophets, shut up. I agree. I can join and say, sir, you shut up. Because you're a liar. You are a liar. A genuine man and woman of God. Understand what the scripture says. You align with those that are suffering, those that are oppressed. But honestly, if you are a man of God that can stand to support a ruthless regime, then you need to go back and give your life to Christ. Because honestly, once you give your life to Christ and follow Jesus, you'll be a man and woman of compassion. If that does not work for you, then truly speaking, go back and give your life to Christ. That's all I can say to Chris Oyakilome. The lies that he's telling, listen, I've once been in the in this church, the embassy, whatever you call it, Christ Embassy. Things that happen in that church are shocking. Shocking. I mean, today's not the right day to talk about the church mafia, but one day I will tell you about what's going on in these churches. These guys are playing with God. These guys are in satanic kingdoms where they're just doing their things. And some of you believe in them, but one day you will know who they are. I know some of you're going to be fighting. I've told you last time, when you're fighting for a man of God, you haven't given your life to Christ yet. Because the role of the church is to point you to Jesus. It's not to point you to themselves. Once you are fighting for a pastor and a prophet, whatever, a teacher, a bishop, an evangelist, you haven't started with God. You do not fight for a man of God. The God that sends him will defend him. Ask Moses what happened when Mary, the sister, no, that was Mary, no, Miriam accused him of marrying an Ethiopian woman. What happened? They were cursed by God because God had sent him to marry an Ethiopian woman. And these are men of God. So if they genuinely say they are from God, time will tell. So don't fight for them. Let them stand for their works. The Bible says you will know them by their works, not by what they say, their works. Right? So let us not be crazy and just support nonsense. You cannot stand here and try to support ZANU-PF regime. Then for me, I'm like, no, you don't know the God that you're talking about. If I hear that there's a problem in DRC and I see people being killed, I'm going to stand for the DRC people and say, this is evil. This should stop. I've always been against Tikeladi's moves because I'm a born-again Christian. I follow Jesus and I know that Jesus is a lover. I know he's a compassionate man. But it's for some reason, these ones here that are close to your fake soul-loved, fake prophets, you always say that they are right. And some of them are actually going to tell me that, no, you don't know anything. No, God will curse you. Shut up. I talk to God. He stays in my house. His altar is in my house. So I know how you operate and I know how you communicate. I can never be intimidated by liars. We are going to stand firm and drive out ZANU-PF because ZANU-PF regime of Emmerson Mnangagwa has destroyed Zimbabwe. So there is no way we are going to be intimidated or threatened by any other person. We will stand for what's right and make sure that this country rise up and protecting our children, protect our wives, families, husbands, our fathers, grandparents. They deserve better than what we are seeing today. Emmerson Mnangagwa and all his Ghanaians are leaving their offices, and Zimbabwe will be a better country. A complete overhaul is coming, and it's going to be coming tomorrow. Once again, freedom is coming tomorrow. So for those who don't know, we're definitely going to be meeting in Zimbabwe. So chill, guys. You see me in person in Zimbabwe. We are not going to be intimidated at all. Zimbabwe Koko. Whether the devil like it or not, we are ready to meet in Zimbabwe. Let's go, guys. guys, I love you. Don't forget to thumbs up the video before you leave, and I'll see you right tomorrow morning. Yeah, we'll be talking about Chiwenga. It's gonna be so tomorrow morning. We are in the gear and we are seeing what's going on across the country. It's gonna be an exciting day. Whether people like it or not, Emerson Mnangagwa is gonna be leaving, and it is what it is. We are not going to stand this nonsense any longer. We are done. Even guys, do you know there are rumors that he was actually begging to have a conversation with Mnangagwa to say, guys, let's talk. I can't. Let's talk. But no. We'll talk about that tomorrow morning. I'll be having all the details for you. So yeah, it's exciting, guys. I can't wait to see a better Zimbabwe. It's really exciting. I cannot wait, y'all. I can't wait. Guys, thumbs up the video. Let me know what you think in the comment section, please, guys. I love you. God bless you, and God bless Zimbabwe. Bye for now, guys. Bye.